you spend every day on your laptop, getting so frustrated you have to slam it down, and then papers fall out of the sky? Are you just like this man? Then I've got 5 easy ways for you to live with more intention. Make sure you stay to the end to get my absolute favorite tip on reclaiming your attention today. Number 1, find your peak hours and block them off. What are peak hours, Athena? I'm so glad you asked. So peak hours are the time of day where you feel the most creative, the most generative, and you have your best energy. For me, that is the first 3 or so hours that I'm awake. But my brother-in-law, for instance, is more of a nocturnal person, and so his peak hours are between like 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. So don't feel like you need to be that person who wakes up at 5 a.m. if that's not you. Just make sure that you find your peak hours and you block them off. You protect them from everybody. When I worked a 9 to 5, I would block off the hours of 9 to 11 so that when folks wanted to schedule a meeting with me, they would see that I was already busy during that time. Tip 2 is to focus on just 3 things a day. Fill up your to-do list as much as you want, but if you give yourself permission to just have 3 things that you're definitely going to get done, that can actually relieve a lot of pressure around, being productive. And I have on my little journal, I have these like 3 tasks that are the most important, but you can also see that there's a whole lot going on over here. But I am completely fine to just do the 3 things in a given day and then finish my day. It's been really helpful in making me less harsh on myself about like how much I accomplish in a given day. Plus, when there's only 3 things that you're like really focused on getting done in a day, it shows you what is truly a priority. Number 3 is to engage in some kind of centering activity in the morning. Typical suggestions for this would be journaling or gratitude practice, yoga, meditation, that kind of thing. But I want to also open this up to any activity that puts you fully inside of your body, right? Any activity that you can give your full attention to can be your morning mindfulness practice. Because really the crux of intentional living is just doing more of your life on purpose instead of on autopilot. Other activities that I submit to your consideration: drawing, walking, dancing, petting your dog when everyone's still in their little like post-sleep cuddly mood, and drinking tea. For example, every day this past week, I have been waking up and just dancing my little heart out to Family Ties. And that is a really fun way to start my day. And it also puts me inside of my body. And it's something I can give my full attention to. So let me know in the comments below what activity you're going to incorporate into your morning. Tip number 4, audit your time. We spend so much of our lives on autopilot, and auditing is a really good way for you to see where your time is actually going. A time audit is just every 30 minutes writing down what you're doing. It's not super sexy, but it's really useful because how else are you going to find out that you actually spend 2 hours a day on Instagram? Ask me how I know. You can download my time tracking sheet in the description box below. So tip number 5, my absolute favorite: flood yourself with reminders. Okay, listen, my friend, this world is built to distract us. Everything and everyone is constantly pushing their agenda on you. So you have to fight fire with fire and take more control of the stimuli that you're being presented with. Fill your space, your visual space and your energetic space with reminders that push you towards your goals and your intentions instead of stimuli that is pulling you towards other people's agenda. Some examples I use in my personal life: when I want to meditate consistently, I will open the meditation app in my phone right before I go to sleep so that when I open my phone, it's the first thing I see. Ideally, I'm not looking at my phone first thing in the morning, but when I do, I still got him because now I'm going to meditate instead of checking my email. Another example is every morning I put my gratitude journal on my pillow so that when I get into bed, it's right there. And at the very least, I'll write one thing that I'm grateful for. Both of those things are really small, but they're enough to trigger the habits that I want to create. And that's how I'm able to live with more intention and have a little bit more agency in my own life. So thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment below which tip you're going to implement first. And you know what it is. Share it with your auntie, share it with your friends. I'll catch you next week in another video. Bye.